Welcome to Captivating Makeup. I'm your host, Emma, and today I'm just going to play with some new products that I have been looking to play with. They may not be new to you, but they are new to me, so I am just trying to get a handle on what's new out there and what I think would be interesting to try on my face. So, sorry, my face is not looking the best today. So you can see this little guy right here decided to take residency in between my eyeballs. Love that for me. And then I just had lunch, and apparently the hot sauce I was using decided to burn my mouth. And I did not know that it did that. So we're dealing with that right now. But I have already prepped my skin, so I used moisturizer from Ole Henriksen. Don't know how much I love this moisturizer, but I am going to use it to the last drop and then use whatever I would like to use next because I am not going to waste it because makeup and skincare is not cheap at the slightest. And then I also use the Ole Henriksen Banana Bright Eye Cream. I do like this one. I am almost done with it actually. Like I'm at the very bottom of the jar. But when this is finished, I might move on to something else if all goes according to plan. If not, so be it. So today I am going to try So for primer, I'm not going to try anything new. Personally, I love the e.l.f. Power Grip Primer. Now, I have been using this for a while. This is actually my second tube because I used to get the watermelon one, but then I read the fine print and it is a dewy primer. Now, dewy primers don't work with me as well because I already have oily skin and it just makes me look like I have just even oilier skin. So I'm just gonna massage this into the face on top of my moisturizer and everything else that is set in. And as you can see, my face is turning red because I touched it, which means blood is rushing to my face. So yay on me for that. Oh, forgot to put these in. No wonder it is, all my hair is sticking to my face. All right, so what I like to do next is I like to do my brows. So because when I do my foundation after I do my brow and then do my brows, I've noticed that I disrupt the foundation a lot. And I hate disrupting my foundation and having to go back and fix it and all that stuff. And I am just not about that when I do my makeup. So right now I am using the NYX Professional Lift and Snatch Brow Tint Pen in the shade Brunette. So what I like to do is I like to get a mirror, like a little hand mirror, because I have a mirror right here behind y'all, but it's kind of big. And so if I want to see up close with detail work, I have to get really close to the mirror. And I'd rather just have something right here. So I'm just going to start at the front of my brows and do light strokes all the way through. And then, as you can see, mine is starting to get a little light. I need to go buy a new one soon. We're just going to color in my brows. I've never been the one for drawing individual lines and individual hairs on my brows because it's boring. I am not one of those girlies which if you are, good on you. But I am not one of those girlies that likes to do my brows. I just want something quick and easy to just get them looking right on my face. So next I'm going to use the e.l.f. Brow Lift. because first off, it is cheaper than the Anastasia Beverly Hills one. Second off, I have no qualms with e.l.f. and their practices, so I have no problem using an e.l.f. product. So I just coat my spoolie. Let's see if I can speak. And then I take it and I just run the gel through my brows. So what I like to do is I like to make them stand up almost straight on my face, kind of like this. And this is just how I do makeup. You do not have to do your makeup the same way. I am just using the methods that work for me. And if you think I'm crazy and that this is not your bag, don't do it. But we start with that and I let it dry a little, like get the other brow going. And my brows sometimes like to stick together, so I need to brush a little harder. Hence why I also don't like doing my foundation. Oh, sorry, I'm blocking you. Hence why I also don't like to do my foundation before my brows. And then with the spoolie, I just start shaping the top. So I start to smooth it out a little, and then I give it a little wing at the end, like that. Then we do that for the other side. And the goal here is not to have twins, but to have relatives. Usually mine are more like, as you can see, mine are usually more like cousins twice removed. But I like how they're looking today. So I think we'll be fine. Of course, I'm gonna say this, and then 5 minutes later, I'm gonna look at my brows and I'm gonna be like, wow, they do not look the way I thought they looked before. I am also almost out of this, so I need to up my brow products. All right. So for foundation, I think I'm gonna go with the REM Ariana Grande's foundation in Fair 4C, because I am a pale female dog. I know YouTube is kind of weird about cursing, so I'm gonna kind of try to keep away from that. And I'm gonna put about a pump and a half. About a pump and a half. And oop. Put a little bit more on my forehead than I wanted to, because I usually dot it all over my face. I dot it like that all over my face. I forgot to do something. So, you see the monster right there? I'm going to take my REM Beauty Concealer in Fair 4CN. I'm going to take a concealer brush. So I like to use something that's a little bit more packed like that instead of pointed. And I just tap a little in there. And I just got it. So personally, I probably used a little bit more concealer than I should have, but it's covered up for now. And to speed up the drying process a little bit, we're just gonna do a little bit of that. And since I have already missed that step, I'm just gonna start on the foundation. So we're just gonna start with the forehead first. And if you were coming here for light coverage in any sense, I would like to recommend another channel to you, as I am not that girl. I am stuck in the 2016, 2018 makeup look for sure. I am a full coverage girl who does not like any of my skin to show through, which was terrible when I started retinol. So I am on, retinoid right now, which is destroying my skin. But in the long run, it's going to be great because it's going to renew my skin, making it so much nicer and newer. I just have to get through the first part, which is all the peeling. And then I don't go all the way down my neck. I go under my chin and on the sides right here. And I just blend that out under my chin, but I definitely don't go, down my neck because I am lazy. And I know everyone's like, oh, you need to go down your neck because it needs to blend in with your neck. But to be quite honest, this one kind of blends with my neck pretty well to begin with. So I don't want to take it all the way down. And then I always forget to wash my neck. And so I break out. And I'm not about that today. There we go. All that redness is gone. Blank canvas for the most part. And I think that zip is still pretty covered. So that's good on my part. I did what I was trying to do. Yay. All right. So with that said, I'm going to, well, first, we are going to use, I'm going to use my Glam Light. Yes, we're going to use my Glam Light one. So we're going to use my Icing eyeshadow base from Glamlight. Okay, sorry, ignore the focus hand. Ignore that. I am just being silly. Because, that used to be every influencer for the longest freaking time. All right, so I take the sponge. It's just an e.l.f. camo concealer sponge. And I bat this into my eye. Well, not into my eye, but on my eyelid. And I blend. All right, so my camera cut out, but I finished putting on the eyeshadow base. And it looks pretty good, but as you can see, it's kind of creasing on my eyelids. So what I like to do, because I have oilier eyelids, is I like to take a powder, lightweight, anything I like to use, and I get a brush, swirl it in, tap, and then I coat it with powder. Some people like to keep where they're going to put their shimmer sticky, and they keep that still. But I like to do it all over, and then I use an eyeshadow glue later that helps with the sticky glitter. Alrighty, so after that, because of the look I am doing today, you're going to use my friend Scotch tape. So I have not mastered shaping quite yet, but what I do is I follow my lower lash line right here, and I put the tape on right under the eyelash, and we do it to the other side, so right under the eyelash, following that lower lash line, and ta-da. Alright, so today I've already tried this, but I want to use it again. I want to use this Surge palette from Blend Bunny. Sadly, it is going out of stock and will not be restocked, at least from what I have seen on their Instagram. So I wanted to make sure I got my hands on this palette because it is so beautiful. Like, look at those colors. Like, I am obsessed with how that looks. And my boyfriend was nice enough to buy it for me for Christmas. Well, this was not the only thing. This was actually the not a Hail Mary, um, red herring. So he had this laying out somewhere, and he was like, "Oh yeah, that's your gift. That's your gift. That's your gift." And then one day we were having a little bit of a tiff, and he saw that I was very sad and went and blew his secret. He was like, "Actually, that's not your Christmas gift. It's something else." And I was shocked, and I was a little mad because I was like, "No, like you were in the surprise. You got so close." But after that, I had to make an apology tour because I was kind of like teasing him about like having my Christmas gift just laying out for me to see, when in reality he had shipped it to his parents' house and had been keeping it a secret, which I'll actually probably play with today. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start on the outer corner right here, because that's where I want the most pigment to pick up. So you always start where you want the most pigment to lay down, and that is in the corner. So I am going to start sweeping. If you want, you can do this little circular motion. And you just, I have a little bit of a fluffier brush, but also a little packed. I'm going to take a little bit more because the pigment is not where I want it. And it is a pastel purple. Like, I should have told you that. I'm using the color Beckon. And it is a pastel purple, so it's not going to be as bright as I want it to be. But I do want some pigmentation and color. So I'm taking it up as high as I want and as far up as I want, which I think that's good. I think I like that shape right there. And then back in, we're going to go back into back in, and we're going to start in that corner and just sweep in that crease. I want enough so it's still seen, because as you can see, when I open my eyes, the color kind of gets hidden a little under my eyelid, and I want people to see the color. I don't want people to be like, "Oh, is there anything on your eye?" Right. I think that's good. I got high enough. Oh, sorry. I have a little spot right here. I'm just going to take a little bit of pigment, rub it right there so it connects. And see, as you can see, it's lighter on the inside. It's a little deeper on the outside. Now I'm going to take this. So I'm nervous to take a little bit of a darker purple because I do want to deepen up the corner. I'm really liking the pastel purple look. All right, we're going to take Covet. We're going to take very little. We're going to tap off as much excess as we can. And I'm going to start from the lid right here. We're just going to slowly color up. And this is the same brush. I'm not changing brushes. So I'm just going to go about a quarter of the way. Like that. And then I'm going to take my color switch, which is off camera right now, go back into that Beckon shade. And then I'm going to soften that up a little bit so it's not just a, there we go. So it's not just a stark line on my eyelid. And there we go. So see, you know what this kind of looks like? Have any of you been to, oh, what's that brunch place? There's this brunch place and they have this like haze drink. First Watch, there we go. They have this haze drink, and that's kind of what this looks like, is their haze drink. All right, there we go. So now we're going to go back into that Covet shade. We're going to tap, tap, tap again. And then we're going to start on the lid and we're going to slowly color up like we did before. We're only going a quarter of the way, quarter to half, I would say. And we're just gonna, there we go. Make sure you get those corners. So the only downside to tape, you gotta make sure you get these corners right here. Because sometimes the tape interferes a little bit. But to get the shape I want, I need the tape. I'm working on shapes right now. Not that I'm 5 and I can't determine my shapes, just shaping my eyeshadow. And then we're going to take that Beckon shade again. We're just going to, there we go. There we go. It looks like, yep, there we go. So it looks like it's all blended in. So we're going to move the Surge palette for a little bit. And now I want to pick a shimmer. So I should have prepared for this, shouldn't I? But instead, you're sitting here watching me look at palettes going, what's the prettiest color? I do kind of like that Trick or Treat color right here. As you can see, this is the Gnome Chrome Halloween eyeshadow palette from Sugar Drizzle. It is old. I don't want to admit how old I think it is, so we're just gonna pretend that I didn't keep this for as many years as I believe it has been in my collection. We're just gonna pretend. So I think I'm gonna use that shimmer. I think I'm gonna use that Trick or Treat shimmer right here. So I'm gonna get my NYX glitter glue because that is what I have been using for the last 3 years of doing makeup. Every time I need glue for my eyeshadow, I always use the glitter glue. And since I want a more precise application, I have this little rubber tipped brush. It's usually used for glitter application, but I use it for the glue because I don't want to touch the glue. I hate the feeling of makeup on my hands. I don't want to touch the glue. So we're going to take it and we're going to apply it like this. And then we're going to stop halfway. And we're going to follow that curve. And we're going to stop the glue about where that dark purple starts. Then I'm going to get a flat brush, something that's a little bit more packed. And we're going to take Trick or Treat and just put a bunch on this brush because I love a lot of shimmer. And I start from the inner corner and then work my way inwards. So I also like to use it like a fluffy brush motion, even though I probably shouldn't. And I blend it about halfway, do this little sweeping motion, and then I actually get my fluffy brush. I just blend those edges. Blend, 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 blend. And it's okay to blend for a while if you need to. If not, that is also okay. It is your makeup, you do whatever the heck you want with it. I am just showing how I do mine. And ta-da! So it may be a little bit more cool tone than I want, but I think it's going to do for today's look. And then we're going to take the glitter glue again. And we're gonna start here. We're gonna spread it out. There we go. We're just gonna make sure all that is spread out. I know, I probably look weird going like arg at you. We're gonna start. I don't know, for some reason this eye, I start in the middle, even though I probably shouldn't. But we're gonna use the shimmer brush. We're gonna try to make it, sorry, we're gonna try to make it as even as possible. And then fluffy brush, blend those edges. I don't know why, but this eye for some reason loves to water. And so right now, like the corner of my eye is watering. And I don't know why this one likes to water. But here's what it looks. My little haze, lemonade haze makeup. And then we're going to take the Surge palette back. Now here's the tricky part. Some of your foundation may come off with the tape. We're going to take the tape off. See, some of the foundation comes off a little bit. I'm going to throw the tape away. But we will fix this up in a minute. Okay, this one did not get as pointy as I want it to. See, this one's all pointy. This one's not. So I'm just gonna take Q-tip. Just gonna clean that end up a little bit. Kind of get. There we go. All right. And with that, I'm gonna take a brush with a littler tip, kind of like this. Well, not quite detailed, but like tinier. And I am going to go back into the palette, and we are going to start with Beckon. So I'm going to go back and you can't see my face when I do that, can you? We're going to go back into Beckon. I should probably show you my face and what I'm doing. So we go into Beckon and we start in the inner corner right here and slowly move it. I move it about halfway and I just blend, blend, blend because I love eyeshadow under the eyes. I think it completes the look. There's a girl on here, like YouTube or TikTok or whatever, who is always like, you need to put eyeshadow under your eyes. You're like, it doesn't look bad. You're just not used to it. Whoever she is, she's completely and utterly right. So we're gonna do it to the other side. Like right here. I like doing it two-toned like this, so it kind of matches the top. All right, and then we are going to take Covet, and we are just going to put it on this outer portion right here, and we're just going to connect upwards right there. So we're just going to blend in the middle, and we're going to do the same over here, where we're just going to blend, and you just want to blend this one upwards like this into the middle. And try to blend, 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 blend in the middle so it looks a little bit more seamless. Alrighty, now that we have done that, I like to do mascara next because when I do concealer, I don't want to be cleaning mascara off my concealer. So I am going to use my itty bitty Fenty Beauty Hella Thick mascara. See, it's itty bitty. I got it in one of those Sephora holiday kit things. And we're just gonna shimmy on it, shimmy on up. And oh, yep, we'll fix that too. We'll fix that. Don't you worry. If you could not see, I just got a little right there in the corner. So that's fun. That's fun. I love when I do that. I love when I mess up my makeup after I worked so hard to get it on my face. Does anyone else hate that? When like mascara comes along and just ruins your eyeshadow look that you worked so damn hard on. Oh, I am not doing good with the cursing thing, am I? Alright. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take that little brush again, use the color Switch. We're just gonna blend that off. Blend that out. I'm not saying this is how you should do it. Some people would say I was wrong. That's how I do it. But that's how I do it. And so now that I've blended out all of that, I'm going to take my concealer next. And I use the Ulta Full Coverage Concealer in Fair Neutral. And I just put a corner here and here. Here. You don't need a shit ton of concealer, and I may even have used too much. Ooh, then I take a smaller little sponge and I just blend out those edges, all those imperfections without going too far under the eye to ruin all my other hard work. And there we go. Also, I like this mascara a lot, but try it out yourself before you buy it. I do get my lashes lifted, so usually mascara kind of makes my lashes droop a little, but since I have been getting lash lifts, which I love, my lashes have been staying up better. All right, so this is a new product for me. This is the Fenty Beauty Matchstick in Amber. I remember when, oh, that is so small. Really snaky. I remember when this used to be everything for people. And now we've moved on to other things, but dang, I think I like that better than my Milk Makeup. I think I might like that better than my Milk Makeup. Or my Korean one. All right, and then we're gonna blend up. And we're just gonna blend up. Oh, I don't put a lot of that on there because I'm not trying to get the super chiseled look. I'm just trying to give a little bit of dimension. So we're doing a little bit of color. We're not doing a crap ton. So there we go. Okay. 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 We're just going to clean up those edges right there so it doesn't look like everything's blended. And see, I told you we'd fix the tape. Fix the tape a little more. And there we go. See? No tape issue. All right, now I've got to figure out blush. All right, so for blush, we are going to try the Camo Liquid Blush, not concealer, Liquid Camo, la 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 la, la 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 la. Let's see if I can speak today. So we have Dusty Rose in the e.l.f. Liquid Blush. Pop. I have seen that it is kind of pigmented, so we're gonna do a drop there. And a drop there. And to diffuse a little, I'm going to use a sponge. So I'm just gonna, oh, yeah, a dot was good. A dot was a good idea. I even got a little out of control with that color. So we're just gonna blend all that in. Yeah, I did too much. Now I'm gonna have to clean that up. Whoops. But it is pretty. I don't think it's given quite a sheen, but it is pretty. And then we're just gonna clean up around this area. There we go. All right, blush, contour. I guess we'll go with lips next. I think I'm gonna do a pink to go with the rose. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do a pink to go with the rose. Let's go with this. I think I made a decision. No. Nope. Nope. I made a decision. I made a decision. I swear, I made a decision. All right. So we are going to use the L'Oreal Paris. Why do you not have a title anywhere? It's a lip color, the liquid lip in Fairy Tale Ending. Before that, I'm going to wipe off the lip balm I put on earlier, which is the Laneige lip balm. I'm just going to give that a little clean. And then I'm going to use my new lip liner in Wherever Walnut from Makeup Forever. And this is new to me, not new to the world. We're just gonna line my lips real quick. And I do not do the dip in my lip like other people do, because I am still stuck in 2016. I'm just gonna clean spots up a little. So the only thing I don't like about this foundation is it kind of slips and slides a little bit, which is not my favorite thing, but it's not the worst and it sets down really well. So I will live with it. All right. So this is kind of what the color looks like. We're just gonna apply that to the middle. Wow, that is a lot brighter than I expected. I'm gonna blend that in a little. And then we're gonna clean up the edges. I'm just gonna take a brush. Maybe a little bit more peachier than I was looking for. But it's cute. The combination's cute. Maybe not completely matching with the rose, but it is cute. So we'll keep it on for now, and if I hate it later, we will change the look. All right, and then we're gonna set it down with some powder. I've been using this Wake Make powder. It's from a Korean brand. It's the Stay Fixer Packed Vegan powder. And it's so cute. It comes with like a little pad. I do not use the pad. I take a big fluffy brush like this, mix it around, tap off, and then mix it in. So I set everything, but lightly. I feel like when I go in with a thick amount of powder, it just makes everything cakey. It doesn't look quite right. So I think. Oh, I look good. I look good. Ah! Okay, so we're gonna put the puff back. And then we're gonna set my face. So I usually would use the All Nighter Ultra Matte, but since my skin has been a little dry, we're gonna use the Dewy Coconut Setting Mist. So we're just gonna. It smells like coconut, which is not my favorite thing in the world, but it'll do. And please don't judge the foundation, but it is breaking apart right here and right here due to the retinoid. It is not the foundation. I've tried this foundation so many times before and it worked perfectly. The moment I get on a retinoid, like all heck bursts loose. And my makeup is not sitting the way it normally does. So if you're looking to get on retinoid or retinol, just know that your skin's gonna like have an adjustment period, and it's your makeup's not gonna react the same way. But at least the zit looks pretty covered. I'm pretty happy with that. All right. Okay, I can live with that. At least we got one thing. We got one thing. All right, so highlighter is up next. I use Dior, the inner corner. So let me find my inner corner brush that is probably somewhere hidden within this mess. Oh, I know I had that. Good to know. It is a small little blue brush. There we go. That I have had since I started makeup, and I got it from Five and Below. And trust me, it is not the best brush in the world, but it is detailed. I'm just gonna do a little inner corner highlighter right there. I like this little Dior palette. I thought I wouldn't, because I'm not a huge fan of Dior to begin with. But boy, did they prove me wrong on this highlighter palette. I don't know, the lip oils just got really like well, the lip oils just got really popular, and I don't know. I was not a fan of the lip oils. I think they're a little drying, but what do I know? Apparently, 50 million people in this world like them, so maybe I'm doing something wrong. And then for my cheeks, I think we are going to do the ColourPop. Yeah, we're going to do the ColourPop Harry Potter Hedwig highlighter. I'm going to take my little highlighting brush from Sigma. I am in love with this brush right now. It used to be the IT Cosmetics one, and now it is Sigma. We're just going to start here. She icy. Which, you know, may not completely go with the warm rose, but I am too obsessed with the highlighter to care. All right, and then we're going to go blend, 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 blend. Blending is the worst. And again, I could just have a big streak on my face, but we're not going to do that. All right. So with that, I think we're just going to do a lip gloss, and then we should be good to go. Ooh. Why does makeup have to be so pretty that you can't choose within your own makeup on what's pretty? because I feel like I have so many pretty, like, such pretty lip glosses, and I don't know what to pick. If I had a clear gloss, this would be easier, wouldn't it? All right. So we are going to choose, you know what? Pat McGrath seems like a safe choice. We're going to go with the Pat McGrath liquid. Of course it's liquid, it's a gloss. In the gloss and Aliangelic. And we're just going to start in the middle. Slowly sweep down, not going towards the immediate corners, but just hitting the majority a little bit. So pretty. The liquid lipstick did not come off on the wand, so at least I know when it dries, it stays on. But there you go. Here's the completed look. Do the influencer, like, cute little thing right there. So far, I like everything that I have on my face, but then again, some of the stuff is my tried and true, like, need to use. And then some of it is new. So the new stuff, I do like this liquid blush. It's still on after, doing the powder. That's the word I'm looking for. And the contour is looking fine. It is not super heavy, but it is still on there, I think, for the most part. And the lip liner's cute. Goes well with the lipstick. Yeah, and the eyeshadow is looking good. I'm not seeing any balding, any creasing, anything I should be concerned about. No? I think so far so good. I guess we'll see as the day goes on. But thank you for checking out my channel. I really appreciate it, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Bye.